Take it slow. Watch your step. Imagine if we could have spent our carefree childhood days here together. That would have been nice. On the contrary, this vacation is a crucial part of my research. This is a new portable monitoring device. I'm collecting data on brainwaves in a relaxed state, and I couldn't think of a better place or a better companion to help me relax. Wanna give it a try? This line here shows your current brainwave data. Right now, we're looking at mid-range alpha waves. Yes, brainwaves can be excited or inhibited, depending on your actions. Right now, you're relaxed, so it's mostly alpha waves. But if you were to feel stressed, beta waves would take over. There is some slight fluctuation, but it's still within the alpha wave range. Without any change in your mental state, it's unlikely to have an observable effect on your brainwaves. That's a good sign. It means you're in a good mood, emotionally stable. Simple tricks can't fool your brain. Many people actually try to increase their alpha waves since they're associated with intuition and creativity. You know, every type of brainwave has its own significance, offering unique insights depending on the situation. If you're curious to experience other brainwaves, there will be opportunities for that. Now, how about you dial back that curiosity and relax with a warm shower? This setting reminds me of something interesting. Want to hear about it? Last year, a researcher suffering from a mental disorder came to me and shared his experiences with me. He was into photography, especially the nostalgic kind. One summer, like usual, he found an old hostel to take photos. The place was retro but very clean, with white curtains just like these. Of course not. This is that patient's real experience. I'm just using this narrative style to help you better understand the situation as it was. The man took out his camera and started taking pictures of everything. A snap here of the window, a snap there of the record player. But when he reviewed his photos, he noticed something off. He noticed several identical shots of the window. At first, he thought he might have accidentally hit the burst mode button, but as he flipped through these identical photos, the scene in them began to change. The cabinet in the corner of the frame was slightly ajar at first. Then gradually, it began to open. A pale little boy crawling out of the cabinet. With each photo, the boy seemed to come closer. In a panic, he dropped the camera. But at that moment, the boy from the photos was right up against his face, staring straight at him. It is real. The man suffered from severe delusional symptoms. Because he had a traumatic childhood, he often sees his younger self in his hallucinations, that little boy. After joint treatment from the lab in the hospital, he's now back to his normal life. See? You wanted beta waves, right? Now you've got them. I didn't expect you to relax so quickly. That's worth analyzing. Sorry, you just look so cute I couldn't help but tease you a bit. That's very noble of you. I have a spare set of this equipment. I'll wear it with you tomorrow. As for horror stories, I've indeed encountered many more chilling real-life events in my research. If you're interested, I could... right, no more teasing. Instead of artificially induced beta waves, I'd rather you always stay calm and happy. Besides, we have an early date tomorrow for lotus picking. We should get some rest. Why is that? I'm guessing you didn't end up eating the flower? Perhaps this time we'll taste something even sweeter. While it's nice to do this alone, it's even better to do it with you. You okay? Silly. This might not be a fair competition, you know. I've got a bit of a head start here. Deal. Can't I take a little break? My hand is getting tired from all this cutting. You win. Just a moment. Let's dry your hair first. It seems we don't have air conditioning here. Should I turn on the fan? You know, distracting me like that isn't very fair. So, Miss Observer, what's your conclusion? Don't worry. Most people are dominated by these two wave types when they're awake. But I admit, I'm probably a bit more awake than average. Well, being with you is my way of resting. But aren't you curious about when I do relax? I was planning to gather all the data first and then analyze it all together. So I haven't really looked closely at these past few days' data yet. But since you're curious, we might as well begin the final analysis a bit earlier. That's when we first arrived at the B&B. It seems that your focused and earnest demeanor back then helped you relax. I wasn't really paying attention to the owner's design philosophy. I was just following your lead. Little foodie, you've got some watermelon on your face. It seems your Professor Lucien is more influenced by you than either of us realized. It could be a look in your eyes, a cute remark, a hand reaching out, or even a watermelon seed on your face. They all make me relax and want to touch you, whether I'm conscious of it or think I'm still in control. And, like right now, about that question earlier, it's not just stress or concentration that triggers beta waves. It's also excitement.